I'd love to bring you up so you can tell your story. Chiara doesn't have alopecia, but she's going to bring a different viewpoint to the foundation and the cause that we're all here to support tonight. So come on up.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Chiara D'Agostino. I was asked to speak about 10 minutes ago, so thank you for asking me to speak. I am a breast cancer survivor, or I guess people with metastatic breast cancer. We like to call ourselves lifers because we have cancer for the rest of our lives. So my breast cancer spread. I'm about to undergo my second round of chemotherapy on Wednesday. And not all chemotherapies make you lose your hair, but most chemotherapies for breast cancer do make you lose your hair. So I'm going to be losing my hair for the second time on Wednesday. And before I lost my hair the first time, it was long and blonde, and I spent a lot of money and a lot of time on getting the right highlights and lowlights and all of that stuff. And I was really heartbroken when I had to lose that. I felt like I was losing part of my identity, and as a woman, it a little bit was. I got some wigs and I got through it. I was really, really, really depressed. It was a really tough time. I had a mastectomy, I had implants put in. Those implants kept getting infected, so they eventually came out, and I'm flat now. Been flat. Just a little bit about my hair is that when it grew back the natural color, which is gray, and I just let it grow in because the least of my concerns was my hair color. Thank you. But I did keep getting a lot of comments, like people would cross the street and just comment about my hair and how beautiful it was, and so I was noticing that attention, and I wasn't working. Prior to that, I was an Italian teacher at a high school in New Jersey. I am a Jersey girl. I am from Montclair, New Jersey, and I still live in Montclair, New Jersey. What was I saying? Okay, so I was an Italian teacher, grew up Italian. My parents are from the South, near Naples. I promise I won't be speaking too long. So I always wanted to model, and I noticed that I was getting so much attention for my gray hair, so I thought, you know what, I have cancer, this sucks. If I'm not going to do something, when am I going to do it? So I tried, and I got an agent, and I got some modeling gigs, and I got in Oprah magazine last year. I'm actually going tomorrow morning back to Oprah magazine for the shoot again for this year. It's probably going to be their October spread because it's a bunch of breast cancer survivors. So I'll have hair in that issue. Yeah, so that's exciting. So I did get some modeling gigs, and I got them, like, it was because of my hair, I think, because it was just different. I apparently have a young face, and so I got some gigs. So now I'm going to lose my hair, and so, like, that new identity that I've had, I'm going to lose that, and it kind of took a while to get here. So I've had this for 2.5 years. I finished chemo February 2015. And I'm going to start next Wednesday. It's a clinical trial. It's at Cancer Institute of New Jersey in New Brunswick. I'm going to be on chemo until I don't know. There's no cure for stage 4, so just going to be on some sort of medication for the rest of my life. My neighbor said, you have beautiful hair, why don't you cut it and donate it, someone can make a wig out of it. And I said, that's a good idea. And then my next thought was, well, I'm going to be buying wigs for myself. And then the thought after that was, well, then I would probably want to make a wig out of my own hair. And then we said, well, gosh, that's a great idea. I wonder if anyone's come up with that, because if they haven't, like, they would make millions, because it's such a great idea. You know, a lot of, everybody knows somebody that's gone through cancer, most likely somebody that's gone through breast cancer, and maybe you've heard that the most traumatic part of that is losing your hair. The most memorable part of it is losing your hair. So being able to know that after losing your hair, there's a possibility of actually having your own hair on your head, like, that's pretty special. So I went for actually an audition in the city the other day, and a woman complimented me on my hair, and so we started talking, and she was really nice, and she said, my friend's mom is getting a wig done tomorrow morning. Why don't you come downstairs and you can speak to her? And I went downstairs and I met this really nice woman named Najwa, and we called Monique, and Monique invited me here and invited me to speak, and she's going to make me a wig. I can't see her right now, but there she is, okay. So I met her for the first time tonight, and I'm so grateful for all of you that support this foundation. Thank you very much. I hope to be here next year, and I will be wearing my wig. Thank you. One last thing is I am a blogger, and I blog at Beauty Through the Beast. So if any of you are interested in what happens to me, and I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I blog at beautythroughthebeast.com. Thank you.
Young lady, come back here 1 second. Could you just scoot your chair up just a little bit? So, you're getting a wig, you're a model, and your new life is just beginning. You know that, right? So stand right here. I want you to face the world. Back up, all the way back here. And I want you to look at the top of that building, because I want you to realize that your life is going to soar to the top of that building and above. You don't even know what you walked into, girl. Brian, where are you? Stand up. This young man, I'm off the program, but this young man had a wonderful, wonderful show at the Robert Tree Hotel not too long ago. And it was a wonderful show. So he had some fabulous models from all over, most of them from Jersey City. Give it up for Jersey City. So I want to see what you're going to do. Where you going? So I want to see what you're going to do. Stay there. I'm trying to give you a little space. So I need for you to show me what you're going to do when you hit that runway. DJ, drop that beat. Come on, hold for me, girl. Let's go. your next show, Brian, I expect to see her on that runway, okay? I believe in miracles. Anybody believe in miracles? Good. Good. Tap your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm a believer. And I look at them straight in the face and say, I believe you got to write that check for the Mohair Foundation. $10, $20, $500, $100, $550, whatever you want to give.
That's my niece.
Be a blessing to somebody else. Give. Give to the Mohair Foundation. Again, organizations such as this need funding.